Good morning, everybody. Nick from Meat Smoke Fire here for this week's car crash. Yeah, it's been a busy old week this week. We had Marco from Della Vita over on Tuesday, and we did our second day of filming with him, which was superb, great fun. So yeah, Marco from Della Vita, the pizza oven company. We had a class yesterday with a family that have been back every year for the last so many years. Great fun. What else have we done this week? Oh, it's just been mad.
Golf.
Anyway, golf. I did play golf.
Yeah,
I did
see,
get a day off for golf.
busy.
Monday. Anyway, right. Because of the class yesterday, and it was a bit of a special one, they sent some lobsters, which was very, very kind for the class. But we got in miles from Morgan's Butchery with a big chunk of beef. So we've got a lot of beef and a lobster left. So today's cook is all about beef and lobster. If that makes sense. So I'm just going to wipe my nose. Sorry. So yeah, we're going to cook one thing today. You heard that right. We're going to do one dish.
It's a lie.
Well, I know it's a lie. I mean, we're going to cook a lot of different things, but it all makes one dish. So I'm not my usual 3 dishes. It's one dish. And I've got 3 eggs on, and the Charlie oven, and the Thermomix out here, and it's just started pissing it down with rain.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Pardon.
Oh.
Oh,
Right.
anyway,
Ladies,
nice.
you need to move under.
Yes, I'm alright.
Yeah, we'll. Thank. Great. It hasn't rained all morning, and it's just started. I've just opened the roof, so it'll stay open. We might have to shut it. Anyway, so we're going to cook one thing, and it's going to be surf and turf, but with some other stuff. Right. Let me grab the camera. She's here, all wrapped up, next to the fire. But
Oh, yeah,
Andrea
you
is
don't-
on camera.
You don't leave me by the fire, though.
No, you don't want to be by the fire. You
I
don't like.
do.
You don't like.
I
it by
really
the
love the fire.
We've got Helena out here on the keyboard in the rain. Don't know if you can see the rain. And we've even got Mama over here out in the rain. She might disappear.
Yeah.
She can go and watch it inside. But we'll do that. But we've also got 4 glasses of fizz. So let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So let's get everyone here. I'll try and get everyone in. So Andrea, you go round.
Oh.
The point of the 4 glasses of fizz is to celebrate Sol, our nephew, who's at the European Gymnastic Championships and is a double gold medal winner. He won the team gold and he's just won the vault, so he is European vault champion. Awesome.
Congratulations.
Well done, Sol.
Awesome, Sol. So there you go. Right, Mama's on the pop. I'll give the camera back to Andrea. She can pick the pop up as we go, and we'll get cooking. So, strangely, we plan to do. Can we get you over here, Andrea?
Oh, I knew. See, away from the fire.
Yeah.
Didn't take me long.
We plan to do a recipe. Sorry if it's a bit dark. Plan to do a recipe today, and it popped up on my Facebook feed to say that it was the first recipe I cooked at a Big Green Egg demo 11 years ago today. How weird is that? So we have, and I've already made them, some chorizo and onion rolls.
Which I remember are banging.
Yes. And I don't know why we've not made them in ages.
No, I don't.
It's a bit weird. So basically they are a white bread dough that you let prove, so it's just on normal dough. Prove. Thank you, Andrea. You let it prove, and in the meantime you can fry up a bit of chorizo and a bit of onion, and then after it's proved, it's going to be one of those days, isn't it?
Yeah.
After it's proved, you can then pop them. You can pop the chorizo and onion into it, and then put it back and mix it all together, and then let it prove as a bun. And all we're going to do with these is just egg wash them. We'll get them on. They take about 15-20 minutes. I'm probably going to get the timing wrong because it's so long since I've done them. But we'll get them into the Charlie. And we did some baking on the Charlie yesterday with the customers, and Charlie's awesome at baking. I'm only doing it on the Charlie. Well, I'm doing it on the Charlie because it's good at baking. But I've also got to use all the eggs that are around here for other things. Which sounds mad since we're cooking one dish. And I haven't even told you what it is yet.
Yeah.
It's a sandwich. There you go. We are cooking a sandwich. There's a great book. I don't know if you've watched Saturday Morning Kitchen. I know Sunday Brunch. Here she goes. Look at that. She's bringing the fire in. Don't bang it on the side. Yeah. Anyway, there's a guy who comes on, Max, and does these sandwiches, and he's hilarious. Can you move it a little bit away from the leg? Sorry. I just don't want it to burn my nice pergola. Anyway, right. So in the Charlie, I'm going to grab a set of gloves. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this because I haven't practiced this, but if you go that side, Andrea.
Yeah, in the rain, you mean?
Yeah, in the rain. I've got in here just one baking stone, and I've got to get all of those on there. So we'll see if I've done it. It's on a little ridged bit of plastic, so I think we'll be all right. We're good.
Wow.
So I've got them all on there on one baking stone. This is the special baking stone that we keep trying. We haven't told you about yet, but it doesn't need to be indirect. You can cook direct with it because it really insulates. So those are going to go in for 15 minutes or so. So set a timer, Helena. Thank you, please. Right. So those are going to go in, and they're going to be our sandwich.
Lovely.
There's plenty more than we need. So that's the first piece done. Right. Now I'm going to go over here.
Okay, cool. Still in the rain.
Still in the rain. Yeah. Sorry.
Just
In this egg, I have absolutely nothing apart from charcoal when it's cooking. But I do have a pan here, and I do have 250 millilitres of veg oil, and I'm just going to put it in my pan. And we're going to use this to make a mayonnaise, but not any old mayonnaise, a smoked mayonnaise. So I'm going to take a little bit of charcoal out of the here that's cooking nicely, and I'm going to drop it in my mayonnaise, and it's going to smoke like mad.
ooh, hello.
And we'll put the lid on, and that smoke now is just going to infuse into that. Now I'm not going to do it for too long. We did it yesterday. I think we overdid it a bit. It was a bit smoky for my liking, so we'll leave it, and then we'll open this up in a few minutes. We'll get the charcoal out, and then we're going to use that to make our mayonnaise. How cool is that?
Very cool.
Right, egg back shut. We're going to use this one to cook steak. We've got an egg over there that we're going to use to cook our lobster, so our surf and turf. Do you want the lid shut?
Yes, please.
Close the roof. Now they've moved inside, and we'll turn the lights on. There we go. And over here, Andrea, we're going to cook
Oh, good. In the rain.
outside in the rain.
Andrew, if you come this side, you can be by the fire.
Yeah. So what we're going to do in here, we've got a wok, and our oil. Can you hear the water's going in there? It's at 170. I need it 180, so just a little bit higher. So I'm going to open it up a tiny bit. It'll take a couple of minutes to warm up, but we're going to cook chips because lobster's got to go in a bun with chips, doesn't it? It's a chip butty.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're really crucifying this. So we're going to put our chips in here in a couple of minutes. I might just put them in.
This is just like a perfect posh celebratory lunch.
Yeah. So we're going to put our chips in. They're going to fizz away. They're going to take a little while to cook. Hence they've gone in now. I'll keep coming back and stirring them. I'm going to turn it up a bit now they're in there because it's cold. So they're cold, they're going to drag the temperature down, so you need to give it a little bit more energy. So I'm going to open it up a little bit, and that is how we're going to cook our chips. Right, let's go back to our mayonnaise. Now I'm not going to over smoke it this time, so I'm going to take the lid off, and I'm going to take that bit of charcoal out and put it back in our barbecue. So excuse me a minute. Got rain on my nose. Oh no. Right, ready?
Yeah.
So there is our smoked. We just take this lump out, pop it back in. It's going to smoke a bit in there because it's going to soak it up. But can you see we've got a slightly darker coloured now oil. So we're going to use that to make a mayonnaise.
Excellent.
So you can stay inside now.
That's really decent of you, thank you.
So I'll grab my bits and bobs. So we're going to use the Thermomix. Mayonnaise, really easy. One egg. I'm going to use the whole egg. Some recipes you just use the yolk, but I'm going for the whole thing. We've got a teaspoon of salt, goes in. I want this to be like an aioli, so I've got some garlic, crushed garlic. So 1 clove of garlic crushed up. I'm going to put a teaspoon of Dijon mustard in there. Beautiful. And then juice of half a lemon. And I'm catching the pips as I go. I've forgot my Mexican elbow, or whatever we call it. No, I'm done now.
Too late.
Too late. So that is in. Yuck. Just going to wash my hands. Okay, so we've got all of our ingredients in there. Now what we need to do is just whiz this up, but do it slowly. So this is going to be a bit noisy. So what I'm going to do, turn it up, and then I'm going to drizzle in the oil quite slowly, and you can just pour it into the top of this and it drizzles in. So we'll get that going. And then you might, you'll see the oil going in.
Things I have to do for this show up being under your armpit.
So we did this really slowly yesterday, but we'll do it. I'm going a bit quicker, so hopefully I won't split it.
This is not too exciting.
Yeah, no, we'll get it in there and we'll turn it up and we'll whiz it, and hopefully we'll end up with a gorgeous mayonnaise. What I haven't brought, Helena, is a spatula. So not the most exciting bit, this is it. I'll just get rid of the last bit in there. There we go. And we'll leave that just to do its thing. It's just whizzing around, mixing up. Pop that in there. Right. I'm going to have a little look. Oh, we're good.
You've done it.
Yeah. Bit smoky over there because I put the coal on with the oil on. So, but we'll go back and then we'll ask who's on today when she's back. So let's have a look at our chips, Andy.
Okay.
So bubbling away. They're going to take about 20-25 minutes. Perfect. Chips are looking good. That's a bit smoky, but that's fine. Who have you got on, Helen?
Oh, okay.
Catch her out.
Rob's barbecue.
Morning, Rob. Has he got a joke today?
Yes.
Oh.
Lobsters like their morning claw free to be hot.
Oh dear.
Oh.
That's terrible, Rob.
Cool beans
You
coffee.
must do a dance for that one.
And he did make a joke about your buns. They need to rise up. I'll have to see if I can find the comment.
They've risen. They've got,
Rise to the occasion.
yeah.
Paul Parsonson has asked, how good is the Hall Pro?
The Hall Pro, Paul, is absolutely epic. And welcome from Australia.
Yes, he wants to
Paul's
say
in
more.
Australia, lives in Melbourne.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. So we've got Fade Project. So hi, Eddie.
Morning, Fade. Morning, Eddie. We will see Eddie on Friday.
Ash is on.
Morning, Ash.
Morning,
we'll see
Ash.
Ash on Thursday. It's all going on.
Sean, Whippy, Phil and his grill. Oh, Phil's watching from someone's loft.
Hello, Phil.
Phil, get back to work. Stop pretending you're being a Sparky.
John Pritchard is cooking calamari tonight.
Oh,
and then
nice,
doing
John.
beef.
Well, this smoked mayonnaise, so there it is, look. Can you see? Beautiful smoked garlicky mayo would work really well with your calamari in Norfolk.
So Michelle tonight is cooking
check it.
the
that one mine?
sweet and sour chicken. No, that one, darling.
Oh.
Sweet and sour chicken and egg fried rice. And Ash is doing garlic chili chicken sundae.
Still good and smoky. That needs to mellow a bit.
What are we doing? Love My Rental, Barry Ward, Amy Louise Janney, Andrew Lau, Tom Rickson, Nick Butt, Big Barbecue Guy, Sue,
Morning, Sue.
W,
Morning,
Jane
everyone else, by the way.
Bleakley, Smoking Celt, Bare Bones Barbecue, Franco.
Hello,
Morning,
Franco.
Franco.
Hello, Franco.
Hyde Park Barnes, Arthur Scott,
Morning, Paul.
Yeah.
Dowen,
High Park Barnes.
Dowen Farmer Architects, Vicky Mumford, Bernie, Sue Newton, Cork, Dave Taylor,
Wow. Right, let's
Hold
get...
on.
Sam Griggs and Hugh.
Morning, Sam. Sam was here yesterday, so morning. And Hugh was here yesterday. So.
Go to the bottom, Helena. There's
Yeah.
a couple of questions.
Okay.
And I think Cheese has just joined.
Morning, Cheese.
Cheese.
Haven't seen Cheese in ages.
Oh,
Rob's asked, do we sell
you get
hold on. Sorry.
Have you got a break?
No.
Oh, okay.
do you sell pergolas?
So we sort of sell pergolas. We will recommend the people to install your pergolas.
Morning, Carlos.
Morning,
Carlos
Lito.
just joined.
Yeah.
Morning, Carlos.
Right. Was it another
And,
question? Or can I get cooking?
I'm just going back. No, I think that's
No, that was
Right.
it.
Right. So yesterday we had Miles here from Morgan's Butchery, which is south of Haverhill, a long way away, but Miles does all of our meat for our classes, and kindly came over. I always wonder whether to say that. Came over. No, he did kindly come over yesterday to do a butchery demo, which was awesome. But he turned up with a whole massive rump. So our guests yesterday, I'd requested this, and we got to cut it up. So we got picanha, we got rump steaks, we got bavette, we got, don't say that one, we got bavette,
bistro.
we got bistro steak, we got fillet, we got to try all these things. But this is the other one we got, which is a tri-tip. Now normally you would cook a tri-tip as the whole. Now this was a smallish shoulder, so I've got 3 small bits of tri-tip, and we cooked this yesterday, and it was epic for our class. So we're going to do it again. So I have 3 little bits of tri-tip. So it's part of the rump, and we're going to cook these, and we're going to cook them dirty, because why wouldn't you? So pop over here, Andrew.
Awesome.
I will. Our egg is up at nicely 250 degrees. I'm just going to knock our charcoal a little bit. And if you haven't tried this, try it. Get your steak, chuck it straight on the charcoals, and leave it. It is awesome. So that's tri-tip. Brilliant. How long have our buns been in?
Hey Siri, how long?
Okay,
have you
you've got a timer on. That's cool. Right, let's go back to our chips.
4 minutes left.
4 minutes left. Right. So you can see these are still cooking. They take a little while on here, but we want them just to start to brown off, and then we'll get those chips out, and they'll be ready for our buns and everything else. So let's have a look at our lobster. I'm going to come here, Andrea.
Yep.
So I'm going to grab our lobster. Now, I have dispatched him. We did this a few years ago, and
Controversial.
it's a bit controversial. So we're not doing it. But he is dispatched, or she is dispatched. I know this is a she lobster. So this.
How do you know?
How do I know?
She was well angry when you took a knife to her.
Known as Lily.
No. Name it. She had some eggs in her, so she was a lady lobster. So what we thought we'd do, yesterday we cooked them all, and we cooked them direct. What you want to do is cook lobster until it's 57 degrees. That's when it's at its best. Bit like a medium rare steak. We cooked them yesterday just on a grid, but what we thought we'd do today is try and do them in the rotisserie. So we're going to use big green eggs, flat rotisserie basket on the Let's Q, and we're going to rotisserie it. So I'm going to grab our bit of lobsters. We'll get them into the cage. Maybe we have to cross their legs a bit to get them in, like that. And then we're going to put the top bit on and squodge it down, because you don't want them moving around while they're cooking.
That's a clever contraption.
Yeah.
Just saying.
There we go. And we're going to put it in and cook it. Now that is probably going to take 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The claws we've cracked already. So the way to deal with the claws is you whack them with the back of a knife, and crack them, because you need the steam to come out. But we'll pop those on our egg. So I've got an egg here about 200 degrees. I'm going to pop it in, and that basket is just going to spin and rotisserie our lobster. I thought that'd be a great way of doing it.
Cool.
There we go. So lobster's in. Lots of smoke coming over here. Can you get me some foil, please? I've forgotten to get foil to rest them. So lots of smoke. We've got that fat on our. I'm just turning it up a tiny bit. It's just dropped a little bit because it's got. When you put steak onto the charcoal, it snuffs it, so it sort of goes out. So a steak on the coals will cook slower than a steak on a grid.
Okay.
But not a huge amount. Right, burp it. Always remember to burp it.
Yeah.
You might want to go that side, Andrew,
Okay.
so you don't have to stand in the smoke.
Well, thanks.
Now, if you look at our steaks in here, I'm just going to pick them up, flip them over, Can you see there is no charcoal stuck to them? That one there is a tiny bit, so we'll just move it off. But yeah, looking good. Now with these are tri-tips. They're a little bit tougher, so I want to probe them with my finger. You can't put a thermometer in them to find out how much they're cooked. I just want to feel them, and those are definitely quite rare still. So we will let those cook on. Thank you for that, Helena.
You're welcome.
So what else do we need to do? We need to look at our buns, don't we? So let's have a quick look at Andrea sneaking in for the bubbles.
I'm celebrating today, man.
Should we have a quick look? Oh, look at those.
Oh, lush.
They're nice, sound nice and hollow.
Oh, they smell amazing.
Yeah, they
I
sound.
haven't had these in so long. I can't believe it.
I know, they sound nice and hollow. I'm going to give them another minute and then we'll go. So while I'm going to grab my bubbles.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. So we've got our steak on, we've got our lobster on, we've got our chips on. I'm going to give our chips another zhuzh.
Okay, coming.
That
That was our timing. Perfect. You can see they're all starting to float now. So they're nearly there. Do love chips on there. Chips on the barbecue. Right, yes.
What temperature for dirty steak?
Dirty steak, 250 to 300. If your steak is really thin, you want 300 degrees. If your steak is really thick, you want 250 degrees. I think we've covered this before, but it's basically you want to cook the middle by the time the outside's cooked. And so if you've got a really thin steak and you've got it on a low temperature, the outside is going to take a little bit longer to cook and it'll overcook the middle. So thin steaks hotter, thick steaks cooler. So I've got these at 250 because they're quite chunky. So we'll have another little look. Burp it. Oh, I'll put you in the smoke again. Can you see these? If I hold one up. Oh, God. So they're nice and soft. Still, they're still quite rare. Yeah, sorry, Andrea. Yeah, it's because they've got a good layer of fat on the outside, but they're looking delicious.
Look stunning.
And we're going to give those a minute or two, and then we will rest them. So, I'm going to grab my buns.
Makes a change from mine. Oh.
Jeez, is it going like that? So look at those bad boys. So we'll let those cool down a little bit. Oh yeah, I probably will need a bread knife for those. But I'm going to slide them. No, I'm not. Oh. See what the bottom's like. Well, I might put them in a tiny bit longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a tiny bit. You can just hear the bottom, they're not quite hollow yet.
Not quite ringing.
No, now I've got to try and get them back on.
Yeah,
Hang on a
good luck
sec.
with that, mate. I'll stay this side so they don't see.
No, you can come round. You may as well get me messing it up. No, we're all right.
Why change the habit?
Yeah. So we'll give those another 2 or 3. They're just not cooked underneath. You just want, when you tap on the bottom, you want to get a hollow sound. I've got that on the top, but not on the bottom.
Okay.
Right.
Set a timer for 3 minutes.
Yeah, steaks are probably due to come off. Whoa. I want these fairly rare. That you can't see a lot. I'm going to get a bit of foil. They've got a good amount of fat on the outside. That's why they're smoking a lot. And it's soft still, so that is going to be nice. It's not going to be overcooked. Always wrap when you're finishing your steaks, wrap them up. If you think you've overdone them, just cook. Don't wrap them too tightly. Those 2 little ones. There's a tiny bit of charcoal there.
And don't stack them on top of each other.
Exactly.
See, I'm all over this.
So we're going to wrap them up. And they're separate, so they're fine. They can just sit there. They're going to cool down a little bit and rest. That egg is done with. So I'll turn it off. And then we're going to have a look at our lobster. Our chips are probably nearly ready too. Let's all go. Can you see? The key bit is, can you see the shell has changed from blue to pink? It's coming round. Now you can't probe inside the claws, but you can probe inside the meat that goes down the tail. So we're going to have a look at those, see what they're at when they come round. I'll stop it. 33, 38. So I want 57, 38. So a little bit to go, which is great because we want our buns to cool down a little bit. So that's great, and we want our steak to rest, and our chips are just about done, I would have thought.
Meet you with the chips.
Yeah. Look at those. So they are good to go. I'm just going to get a bit of cloth to wipe my bowl because it's got a bit of rain in it. So 1 second. Now our bun's probably going to be warm when we do this, but that's fine. Any questions, Helena? Comments? Are people liking it as an idea?
I think so, yes.
Right, good.
Yeah, people are liking it.
Cool. And have a look at that Max's cookbook. I mean, try and find videos of him. He's hilarious.
He reminds me of your brother's friend.
Yeah. So Eddie, I don't think Eddie's on, but one of my brother's friends, Eddie. Max is Eddie, or Eddie is Max. Cheese will know.
Oh right, that was a 3-minute time with your buns.
Okay, I'm going to go. Just going to get the rest of these chips out. So just drain them a little bit, put them in. If the ones at the bottom get a bit oily, that's fine. You could put them on some. You could put them on some paper. I haven't gone mad. Because they're all probably going to have some lobster and steak and all the other nice things. The oil, people always ask what you do with the oil. So one of the other tips I gave yesterday about the oil is, and when you finish with your oil, what you can do is buy some oats and put oats in there, and it will soak all the oil up, and then you can put it out for the birds. The birds love it. So I'm going to put some bit of salt on because you've got to have salty chips. A little bit of salt. Give me a zhuzh. Bring those over. Right. So we have we've got our lobster going on. Our steaks are out. Let's have a look what our buns look like now. I'm going to pull one of the end ones off. That's a bit better. They're steaming. They're going to be good. So take them out. Let them rest a little bit. What are you laughing at? Oh.
Mum always used to say to me when I was little, I used to sit in my high chair and bang on the
Chips,
where's
chips,
my
chips.
chips? Not much has changed.
Yeah.
That's just what I put in the comments.
Fair enough. Cool. Right, let's have
Looks that. Oh,
steaks. We'll get our steaks over and then we can start to plate up. We're nearly there. What time are we at? Not bad. This will be a half an hour.
Ash is a charmer. Look
What's
at
he
his
said?
comment. Only 35 years, Helena. Not 50.
Yeah. Keep going with that, Ash.
Yeah.
55. You can see it's gone translucent. 55. So a couple of minutes and we can start pulling that out. So let's get other things prepped.
Okay.
So, take my board clean. I need one of my knives. Let's grab a knife. So remind me to get the lobster in a minute. I'm going to cut a bun. It's going to be too hot still, isn't it?
Well, if you cut it, it'll cool quite
Yeah.
It will, yeah.
But you'll see.
Oh, listen to that
Yeah.
sound.
Look at those.
Oh.
So we've got chorizo in there. We've got onions in there. We're going to go in with a bit of our mayonnaise. And I don't want to overpower it, but we'll put a
Give
bit.
it a minute just to let that, because I think it'll
Okay.
just
All right.
make the mayo just
Runny.
Or runny. All right, we'll let that cool a tiny bit.
I won't take long out here because
No, it is quite cold
it's
today.
quite chilly, isn't it?
Chips are off. I'm just going to shut this egg off.
Is there,
Cool. Lobster. Let's get it. Oh. Just going to pull it out and just check it. But I think, yeah, 59, 60 is there. So this is ready to come out. So we'll take our lobster out. The claws should have done their should have cooked as well. We can crack those
Smells
open.
lovely.
Yeah, you can't beat a bit of lobster.
No.
This is just going to be a bit tricky, so I'm just going to take this off. Need one on the other hand. Well, put it the other way around. Oh. So there you go. Anyone ever rotisserie a lobster before? Are we the first? Who knows? Just a bit of fun. But if you've got a Let's Q, then have a go. These were flown down from Scotland. So very kindly, one of the customers yesterday, Duncan, flew down 6 lobsters for us. I'll take that out for a second. It's probably not the best place to put it. But I'm just going to take the tail meat out in a second. Can I go? I'm going.
Yeah.
So, because I want you to taste one of these, we're going to go in. So, we'll get some of that smoky mayo on there. Don't go mad. Don't go too mad. A little bit on the top, because it's being smoky, it's a little bit bitter. We are going to put some rocket in there. There's our green. I'll make a few of these and then take photos, but a little bit of rocket into those. We want to get it on there. We're going to take a fork and get our lobster out of the shell. So you should just be able to pull that tail meat straight out the shell. So look at that. Beautiful. So let's cut it up into, let's go a little bit wild. Have 3 big chunks of lobster in there. I'll put the rest in another one in a minute. We'll get some of our steak. Now I want this to be rare. So let's hope I've cooked it nicely. Look at that.
Pressure's on, the pressure's on.
Oh.
How's it done, Andy?
Oh, it's looking damn good.
Mighty fine.
Mighty fine.
Yeah,
mighty
so we've
fine.
got that. Look at that. So we're going to have our surf and turf element. So we've got our lobster in there. We've got our lovely tri-tip with a bit of fat on there. That's going to be absolutely
Yeah, you can't beat the
delicious.
You know, the first time I had surf and turf was in lockdown for your 50th birthday
Yeah.
when I lived with you.
Oh, perfect.
So, all those years ago.
All those years ago, yeah, we've been doing this a while. And then let's ruin it with some chips. Lid on,
Sweet.
Oh, look at that bad boy.
lid on and down. Oh, it's falling apart, but
Oh,
how's that? That looks epic. So surf and turf. I can't see any lobster. I need to make it so you can see the lobster. Let's bring out a bit of lobster. There you go. Look at that. I'm going to try this. Oh, man. Lovely. Oh,
Oh,
does anyone want to try it?
of course they do. Get in
Go on,
there.
I'll make some more. Take
Let
photos.
me cut it in half.
Mm.
I'm not quite sure how we're going to eat it.
no, exactly.
Don't cut it on there. Send it over.
Might have to have a deconstructed sandwich.
So there you go. One lobster surf and turf bun.
Go
Right,
for it.
shall I try it?
Yeah.
Go on.
That one's falling apart. It's falling apart.
There are no words.
No, that's a lot to eat, but it should taste that little bit smoky from the tri-tip cooked on directly on the coals. I'm going to put this back in just to keep it warm. And also that smoked mayonnaise, which was dead easy to make. If you've just got a stick blender, you can do it in that. The Thermomix does great, but right.
Good crunch on the buns.
Good crunch on the buns. Charlie's done it again. So, any comments, questions? Do anything we've got to remind people about? When's the next cook? I haven't even looked.
Helena will. Let her just finish your mouthful. Guts.
I'll just wipe my hands.
I think
It might be next weekend.
No, it's not.
Oh, no, it's
Next
not. Wait.
weekend.
Oh, just to say, Luke at High Grange, Devon, does have, or did have a couple of days ago, 4 places left for his feast, and it's next Friday night. We'll be there. Oh, she's gone back in. Look, she's gone back. We'll be there. Julie will be there. Eddie's going to be there, and all our partners, so Helena and Co. So all the Meat Smoke Fire are going. But I think you had 4 places left. So if anyone wants to join us for a feast night down in Devon, Dorset, Devon border, do come and join us. These claws, by the way, you can just pull them apart like that, and you should be able to get all of this
Sorry.
meat out. I've got a little fork here, so you can get in and pull all of the claw meat out. That's the idea. I'm just not very good at it. Here, this on the top bit. But just make sure you take the shell if you've got shell on it.
Oh,
Out.
rogue chip.
There you go. Rogue lobster there, Andy.
Oh.
Go for that. Right.
Um,
Next cook.
so the next cook is the 25th of May.
No. That far away.
Yeah,
Wow.
because we've got a double
Oh, we've got
class.
lots of classes. So 25th of May for the next one.
It's your birthday weekend.
My birthday weekend.
Oh, surf and turf again.
Yeah. I know we said we were going to do a dealer day on the 20.
Yeah.
No, the Monday I think it is.
Oh, okay.
We're not going to do it. So unfortunately, we're not going to do it. So we're going to enjoy myself for my birthday. But we'll have a day when you can all come over. So awesome.
Someone's just asked about the smoked mayo recipe. It's not on the website yet.
It will be. It's dead easy. It's just a normal mayonnaise
Do you want
recipe.
to just explain? You've got time.
Yeah. So it's just a normal mayonnaise recipe. So it's 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of mustard, 1 teaspoon of salt, half a lemon juice, 250 millilitres of oil, and then you just blitz it in and pour the oil in slowly. And
Explain
we
what you've done with the oil first.
and what we've done to smoke it, we'd put a piece of charcoal into the oil to let it smoke. Hot charcoal into the cold oil. Put the pan lid on. Do it outside. And then 5 or 6 minutes later, take it off, put the charcoal back in the barbecue, and off you go. You've got smoked oil. So yeah, lovely. Right, I think that's it. If anyone wants anything Big Green Egg, give us a shout. We're still got lots of. We're doing lots of installations of Big for Spaces, so I think we're doing one on the way down to Devon.
What are you going to talk about?
Oh yeah, and exciting news this week: the Big for Space gazebo is finally going in here, so we'll have a gazebo over here above our XL. So yeah, excited about that. Right, I think we're going to call it a day because we've got to eat this while it's hot. So thank you for watching. Have a great time. Give us a shout, and we will see you all soon.
One more. On classes.
Oh,
not
a
many.
few I think our class 1, our normal class, we've got 3 spaces left this year. Our world food
Spice
class
few.
got a few. Our class 2 or 3. So nearly sold out for the year. Right, we are going to go and eat because you can't waste this stuff. Thanks for watching.